Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Lige 89-111. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Kern 8448. I might just wear this on St. Patrick's Day. And Greg was wearing my Southberg GMT watch. That's the very first watch I ever bought on AliExpress. And that was before I ever even reviewed watches. I was just kind of curious if you could get a GMT watch for 12 bucks. And the answer is no, because that GMT hand is fixed with the hour hand. I told Grogu that Oppenheimer won the Oscars for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Director. He said, wow, it really nuked the competition. All right, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in a Lige box, but look how thick this box is. That's a lot thicker than most Lige boxes is. And you'll see the reason why. Because the watch doesn't lay very flat with this bracelet. So that's why they need a bigger box. That's what Roy Schreider said in Jaws. We're going to need a bigger box. Well, he said boat. But here it is. It's not a bad looking watch. I like it. It's big. It's fun. My channel is called Fun with Watches. This is the 10th Lige on my channel, if you don't count Foxbox or other sub-brands that show up in Lige boxes. Lige makes very affordable homage watches. It's tempting to call this the Royal Oak homage due to the octagon-shaped bezel. But in all honesty, the bezel shape is the only thing that looks Royal Oakish to me. This watch was just under $20, so you don't get any premium features, and thus it is a small second quartz chronograph with a chrome-plated alloy case and glass crystal with 30 meters water resistance. But what it lacks in features, it makes up for with a bold in-your-face fun design and pretty good wearability. This watch comes in 3 different colorways. If you don't like the silver color, there is also gold and black. Black strap is the only option, but even though the strap looks integrated, you should be able to change it with a 22mm strap. But it is a tight squeeze, so you'll never get a NATO strap on it. The watch is 43.5 millimeters if you measure at the flats of the bezel, but 51.7 millimeters if you measure ear to crown guard. Has a 54.5 millimeter lug to lug, so this is a big watch. It's 14.8 millimeters thick, and even though it doesn't have traditional lugs, this gap here is 22 millimeters. So you could fit a 22mm strap in there. There are, I don't know if you can see very well, but there are spring bars in there. And it weighs 132 grams on the supplied silicone strap, which is pretty heavy for a strap watch. The bezel is an octagon shape, and once again, this is the only reason why I consider this at all to be kind of like a Royal Oak. And if you look at these screws here, they're fake. Those are just engravings in the bezel. And the bezel does have the vertical brush marks that are pretty common in bezels like this. Then we have the dial. The dial looks like a skeleton, but it's not. Those gears up top and the gears down below, those are all fake. This is a quartz watch, not a automatic or a mechanical. So there are no gears like that. Then we do have a chapter ring with minute markers with reds at the 5 minutes. Then we have the Lige name up top. Then it says Quartz on the bottom. Then we do have minute counters where you can have them. Then we have the subdials. We have the right subdial, which is the 24-hour indicator. The bottom subdial, which is the chronograph second hand. And the left subdial, which is the chronograph minute counter. And this top subdial is just a fake gear. It doesn't do anything. Then we have the hands. We have a sector minute hand and an arrow hour hand. And then we have the date at the 4:30. The dial's busy, and once again, it's trying to make it look like it's a skeleton, but it's not. Then we have an unsigned plastic push-pull crown. The crown action is pretty loose. Let me see if you get that annoying minute hand jump. Yes, you do. And then we have the pushers. They're plastic too. And obviously they're not screw down because they're not round. And then I don't know what this is. It looks like a crown, but it doesn't do anything. So it's just decoration. So I guess it's just supposed to balance out the other crown. I don't know. I don't really like it. I'm not a big fan. I wish they would have just left it smooth. I just don't like fakery on my watches. Yes, I know this watch is full of fakery, but this crown is just a little bit too much. Then we have a flat mineral glass crystal. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing great about it. And then we have the case. The case is huge. It's a chrome-plated alloy. It's not steel. But it's a pretty decent chrome-plated alloy. Not all chrome-plated alloys are created equal. And I like this one. One thing I like about it is how it curves. So even though this is a big old watch, it kind of contours to the wrist a little bit better. So I like that. Then we have a press-on case back. Says Lige, and it says all stainless steel. This watch is not all stainless steel, so that's a little fib there. They pulled a Benyar there. Then it says 3 ATM water resistant, and then it says Lige 1853 Dream. I don't think Lige has been around since 1853, but I've never confirmed that. Underneath the case back, I don't know what the movement is. More than likely, it's a PE90 because it acts just like one. I've had a million PE90s on this channel. They're just your simple quartz small second chronograph. And I guess they do the job. At least the second hand's hitting the marks, so that's kind of nice. Of course, with this one, if it missed the marks, you probably never would tell. Because of the design, I don't think this will ever set off anybody's secondhand OCD if it does miss the marks. Then we have the strap. The strap is nice. It's silicone, but it's not all soft and squishy and slick like a lot of cheap silicone. It's a pretty good quality silicone. And it's got these vents here, so it gives the sweat somewhere to go. And the notches are nice and close together so you can get the perfect fit. Then we have two keepers, one fixed, one floating, and the nibs that fix it work pretty good. This one stays in place pretty good. Then we have the buckle. The buckle is unsigned. And as I explained earlier, there are spring bars, and this is 22 millimeters, so I think you can change them. Of course, wouldn't sit flat against a case like this one does, so you'd it would ruin that integrated look. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. This is a big watch. But once again, it curves, so it kind of contours to the wrist. I have 4 notches left, so you should be able to wear this 8.5, no problem. It's a nice looking watch. It's fun. It's big. It's bold. It's fun. Here we are in the loom room. When you see a watch like this on AliExpress, the ad always claims it has wonderful loom with a nice bright loom shot, but that is rarely the case when you get the actual watch in hand. But sometimes there are exceptions. As we split the time, we see that only the hands are loomed, but that includes the subdials with the left and right being silhouettes of a loom disc. In actuality, it really isn't that bad, as most watches in this price range would be invisible by now. Not great lume, but at least decent. Much better than what I expected. What I like about this watch? It's a big, bold, fun watch. The case curves so it fits smaller wrist. And it has a pretty good silicone strap. It's not soft and squishy and slick like most silicone. What are my grapes and groans? Small second chronograph, annoying minute hand jump when setting, and it says all stainless steel on the case back when it clearly is not. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. Sometimes it's fun to wear a big, huge watch, and this one is comfortable to wear and very affordable. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Lige 89-111, and I will be back with an unboxing. When it rains, it pours, and I just got a ton of stuff from AliExpress again. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and if you want to participate in the Members Choice Watch, I will be sure to join my channel. Bye.